Warrior, today's video is targeting one of the main issues that I keep seeing in society, okay? And this issue is self-confidence. So look, if you are somebody that is suffering from not being able to interact with other people because you feel ashamed, you feel afraid of interacting with others without knowing them. If you cannot even walk into a room and have your chest up, be confident enough to say hi to everyone. If you're not confident enough to go talk to somebody that you like for relationships, if you're not even able to put yourself on camera and talk to the world, all these are problems of self-confidence, okay? So how the heck do you build self-confidence? What kind of method or strategy are you going to use to build your confidence? And as you can understand, we're talking about something huge here, which is confidence. Confidence is basically the driving force that is going to allow you to do anything in life. Anything. If you have confidence that you're going to accomplish something, you're going to accomplish that thing. It's all about that, okay? It's all about believing. Confidence is literally believing in yourself, having faith. Why I'm posting videos daily is because I have confidence in myself that this is gonna get somewhere, that this is gonna get to you and it will change your life. That's why I'm doing all this. It's because I have confidence in myself. If I didn't, I probably would have stopped already because I'm not seeing the results that somebody would expect after a year and a half, 2 years of posting regularly. But again, I don't need that. I don't need results. I validate myself with what I do daily. So let me tell you, how are you going to build your confidence is not a method and it's not a strategy. It's your physical transformation. That's where you want to start, okay? Look, I haven't met anybody yet that is physically fit, that is physically in shape, and that inspires other people, that has low self-confidence. If you know anybody, send them over, because I think they don't exist. On the other hand, I don't know many people that are overweight, that are out of shape, that are confident in themselves. I haven't met many people like that. In fact, on top of my head, I cannot think of even one. What does this tell you? This tells you that confidence is just a consequence of. It's not something that you work for first thing. It's something that is built indirectly by who you become, by the person you become, by the routine that you have daily, by what you are able to accomplish within you and outside, visibly, that then will lead to building your self-confidence. But why is this, Coach Alejandro? Why is the physical transformation necessary to build self-confidence? Pretty simple. What's required for a physical transformation? It's required discipline, right? Because you have to be consistent with the routine. You have to basically do it daily, right? You cannot just go on and off. What's also required is self-control, right? Look, you're going to be exposed to a lot of things that are going to keep you off rails, meaning you go to a restaurant and they have on the menu a dessert that you would like to try. You go to a restaurant with friends, what do they order? Pizza for everyone, okay? So in a way, you have to practice a lot of self-control. You have to basically put aside your desires, your flesh desires, and focus on the long term. What is the long term? The long term is what you're trying to accomplish, which is the physical transformation. So you're going to have to develop, it's mandatory that you develop some kind of self-control. Again, you don't need full restriction. That's stupid. That's unhealthy, actually. But you need some kind of restriction in order to be on track and to keep yourself on track. And the more you move forward, the more restriction you're gonna need, because to progress, there's gonna be just small gaps, small details that will make the difference. Okay. What else do you need for a physical transformation? You need to prioritize yourself. You need to think of yourself first, because first thing in the morning, you need to find a way to start the day prioritizing yourself. Start the day with a routine that is going to make you feel good with yourself, that is going to invest in yourself physically and mentally, either to strengthen your discipline, either to practice your self-control, or just either to work on your body to be able to transform it. So those three things are key points for your physical transformation. That's why from these three is where you're going to then indirectly work on your self-confidence. Is what indirectly is going to affect and boost your self-confidence positively. That's what's required. That's why the principles of a physical transformation, they can be then transferred to an internal transformation. Look, in Team Warriors, I always say the same thing. Yes, the program is all about a physical transformation, but it's not for the sake of a physical transformation. It's not just for you to look at yourself in the mirror and like what you see, and that's it. No, because that's something external. And external, as you already know, won't make you happy for too long, okay? You need to find the motivation, the reason within you. So what's the reason within you? Basically, you're gonna transform physically in the first 3 months. And because of that, you're going to start transforming internally. I'm talking about self-confidence. I'm talking about self-esteem. I'm talking about discipline. I'm talking about developing resources within you, developing ways and capabilities to handle life, to go through life and make success out of it. Okay? Look, one of the things that stood up to me the most when I was in college is how many employers were talking about, hey, what we want in our company is basically a student athlete. We don't need a 4.0 GPA student that all he's done is just to study. We prefer a 3.5 GPA student that has not only studied, but has also played a sport in college. But why is this? Very simple. Sports teach you all these tools that I just talked to you about internally: self-discipline, confidence, control of your emotions, etc., 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 that are then gonna be crucial for your life, that are going to be for the company, for your job. They're going to be crucial because you're gonna be basically facing adversities daily, right? Obstacles, that's life. So important this message of it is preferable to do both than to just focus on one thing. It's better for you to practice sports, to develop a physical transformation, because on the way, throughout the process, you're going to be developing these tools that are going to help you then internally. And once you're helped internally, then every single area, as you can understand, in life will be impacted positively. And I'm talking about relationships. I'm talking about education to your kids. I'm talking about how you perceive yourself. I'm talking about promotion at your job. I'm talking about inspiring other people around you. I'm talking about changing people's directions, people's lives' directions, because then they're going to see, shoot, how good this person is feeling. This person, look how it transformed physically, and look how good she looks, how good he looks, how good he feels. And then they're going to feel inspired and start their own transformation. That's the whole point, okay? I need this community, these Team Warriors, to grow indirectly. I don't need to be the one changing every person's lives directly. No, I need you to start implementing what I teach, and I need you to start showing and inspiring people how to do it. Because Team Warriors needs to be bigger. This is a movement to transform people physically so they can understand how to live well, how to feel good with themselves and how to live a better life at the end of the day. Because remember, the point of life is to feel good with yourself daily. When you go to sleep, you feel that you're crushing the day, that you feel good with yourself, you're doing everything you can, and you live a happy life. So implement it. Follow me on my Instagram, it's gonna be in the description. I document my whole life and I tell you literally what to do daily to succeed, to feel good with yourself daily, and to go to bed sleeping like a baby, with no regrets, with the conscience clear and fresh and ready to crush the day after. Okay? I'll see you in the next one.